Hi, ma'am.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Welcome to the session, ma'am. And I welcome every participant for today's session. Shall we start, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Shall I?
Yeah, ma'am. You can start, ma'am.
Hi, everyone. Good morning. This is Nalini teacher. I am a psychologist and also a life skill trainer. I have been in this training industry from the past 3 years. Before that, I was a teacher, a lecturer, having 12 plus years of experience in teaching field. As a trainer, I have started my training sessions in training life skills regarding public speaking, communication skills, stress management to different kinds of audience, right from the schools to people who are getting trained in police academy, teachers, etc. From the past 1 year, I am associated with this inSAKE Academy, with this wonderful institution, inSAKE Academy. So I am working as a mentor here and a guide. I'll be helping out students in finding their goals and any other soft skills and personality development related things. So I hope these sessions, I'm going to deliver the series of sessions. I hope these will be helpful for the students along with their continuous efforts in their hard skills. So this is my introduction and I'm very happy. I'm excited to be a part of these series of sessions and also be associated with inSAKE Academy, which is a wonderful platform for students to help them in their academic growth. And I have been associated with this, and I found this a very beautiful supporting platform for students. Um, Today we are going to talk about personality development. So, something which we always listen about, something particularly for the youngsters, elders tell this that concentrate on your personality, build yourself, strengthen yourself. But what is this personality development? What are the things that we have to focus or can concentrate about or just look about or some throw light about the things within us to build us strong, to be a better person? And what is this personality development actually? Is it trying to be a hero? Is it trying to be the most idealistic person on this world? Or what is it? I hope my session on this will be helpful for you to just understand what is personality development and what are the things that we can think or act upon that will help us to be a better person every day. I hope my screen is visible. Is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you for coming. Personality development. Let me start with this. Right from our childhood, you would have written a number of essays or have given speeches about this one particular topic. Your inspiration or my leader, my inspiration. Now, I will also ask you with the same thing, who inspires you? The one who inspires you may be in this list or may not be here also, because I have taken a few limited people here. Here, the different inspirers from various fields that you are able to see on the screen today. Someone from the sports background, someone as a freedom fighter, someone served as the best president, not only for our country, for our world. Someone who has given a vision and direction for youth. Someone who has shown that patience is the biggest weapon that you can use to win someone. there is someone who has just gone a long way uh, based upon his guts. There is someone who saw her life beyond her needs and fought for a wonderful cause, even fighting over death. There is someone who is just like a girl next door, but achieving something which is phenomenal. And above all, here is someone who has zero complaints about life and who teaches us the actual, meaningful, truthful lessons of how to be displaying gratitude, how to be thankful to our life, or just be thankful because you are there in this world, you are breathing. These are few people whom I also see and get inspired every day. As I am talking about these people, I did not take the name of anyone, but whenever I am talking about these people, whenever I think about these people, what do I like about them? What do you like about your own inspiration? It's not the name, it's not how do they look, it's not what are they doing currently, but it is their journey. It is their challenges, and it is the way they have faced their challenges and how did they overcome and how did they just bloom out of any uh, different conditions, difficult conditions, non-supportive environment, challenges, people who may not be trusting themselves, people who may not be supporting themselves or even believing themselves, or even stopping themselves from doing what they do. But yet they have done something phenomenal that we can be proud that maybe we don't know them personally, but yet we have found them, we have known them. That is the only reason that we can be proud. Yes, I have known this person, I have known about this person. That inspires us a lot. So here, I just want to say that it's not that what is their position or their following that inspires us about them. As I told, your inspiration, you are the person may not be in this list or maybe in this list also. But however, we all can agree that we all feel some inspiration or draw some inspiration from them because of their journey, their personality, how do they behave, how do they think. So that is what the biggest attraction, the personality is the biggest attraction that pulls people like a magnet towards them. Let us see some psychological or theoretical definitions of personality. Personality is not just like you have a right what we say, it's a map or something, a mold that everyone can just put into themselves, put into that mold and just get out the same kind of people or same kind of human beings with the same measurements. We are not robots, we are not dolls that we all are uh, shaping ourselves into something which has a proper definition of like this is perfect personality, and so let us all put ourselves into that mold and come out as those perfect personalities. No, no one has a credible or no one a has a solid direction or solid figure for personality, for a perfect personality. But yet we can just see that personality is something like a group of characteristic patterns. How, what are their thoughts, their feelings, their behaviors, their beliefs. But this mixture, this combination is such a unique combination that again, that brings, that make each human being shine as an individual, unique gem. So it's like a group of traits, group of personality traits that makes a personality for a human being. So it can just be character sets of behaviors, cognitions, emotional patterns, and they all involve depending upon their biological and environmental factors because you cannot ignore them. There are several theories around the personalities, several theories, several traits. Now these traits have started from 5 that you can see on my screen, from there to many theories that say 10, that say 16, so many. As the studies forward, we have several number of finest traits that also been given a name and identified. However, we can say this standard or this theory as one of the first credible emerging theory of personality traits that shares ocean. Isn't it beautiful? Like we are all like so many drops in this wonderful ocean. We are all like the people in this world, each one representing one single drop of an ocean, and everyone is different. Together we are all a beautiful and natural element. So here, ocean, I have taken it as the acronym, and O stands for openness to experience. People having this trait, who are very high or maximum on openness, are like very curious. They just like they are having a lot of active, just want to jump into every new thing, learn every new thing, get into every new environment. Whereas people who are on the minimum side or the minimum scale of this openness to experience, they are just reserved, happy with what they are, just doesn't want to try new things, just comfortable with what they are in and with whom they are in. Whereas C stands for consciousness. Consciousness is like organized. I do things in my own time. I have all my schedules. I am with all my plans. I have a right plan and a route map. I just go. I'm always ready with what are the things before time or on time. Whereas people on the other side of consciousness are particularly careless, the 11th hour people, just rush. They are not ready with any of their things, and they just try to find out different ways when it is necessary at the last minute, and sometimes they may not be able to make it up. E stands for extraversion. Extraversion is like people who are very energetic, socialized. They are ready to mingle with a lot of people, learn from their exchange, learn, unlearn, and other. Whereas people on the other side of extraversion are a bit introvert. So introverts, they are much happy with their own selves. They have their own ways of passing their time. They have their own learning methods and their own methods that they keep them calm, cool, and contented. And A stands for agreeableness. Agreeableness, like people who are on the highest side of this agreeableness, this trait, are very compassionate. They want to make more friends. They subscribe others' opinions. They empathize others' people. These are the people who just go out and work for, ready to serve different problems of others. They take the leadership. They want to represent the groups. They just want to fight for others' rights. They just empathize everything. They can feel for others. Whereas the people on the other side of the agreeableness are a bit rational, doesn't agree with anything. They have their own contradictions, or they condemn things that they don't feel logical reasoning, or they just don't want to say yes only because it is others opinion. So they have their own terms to agree on other things. Whereas the last, neuroticism, it is being sensitive, nervous, and resilient, confident about themselves. These are the people who take criticism. They are okay. If someone, it's like they are able to take this like, dislike openly. They can just be friends. They can unfriend someone. They can be sensitive. They can just understand others emotions. They can subscribe to other emotions. Whereas people who are neuroticism just get very angry, or they just get frustrated, they get irritated if they are not in among those people who are having the same opinions, or they don't like criticism. They don't want to take anything against themselves. So these are the different personality traits. Now, when I say this, it doesn't mean that every one of us belong to any one particular trait of this. The beauty is every one of us have all these traits, but the proportions are different from one person to other person. Some may be too much open, but yet very less accepts neuroticism. Someone can be very extrovert, but yet poor consciousness. Right? So we can have very different proportions. These combinations, component proportions are completely different. That makes every person unique. The beauty is that. Now, what is personality development? No, development is something conscious effort. Our personality, we are born as blank slates, tabula rasa. This is called in psychology as tabula rasa. We are born as a plain, clean slates. Whatever that comes later in our life, through our parents, through other people, the skills that we learn, the development of our organs, body things, where we are, our environmental conditions, all these things. Now start drawing something on this clean, plain slate. So that is how our personality starts developing. Personality development like refers to the organized behavior. Now how do you set yourself, how do you create these patterns? What do you think that something is, as I told that you have different traits, some on a high scale, some on a low scale. Now what do you think that something is on your low scale and you want to bring it to the higher scale, something which is more than what is needed, how do you bring it down? Now this conscious effort to try to organize and reorganize yourself every time is what personality development. So why should we do personality development? Because this development, when you focus on your development, it will open the horizons of human capabilities, because you are working on your consciousness, you are working on your skills, you are working on your own perceptions, you are working on yourself in every possible way, your cognitions. So this will make you more eligible and capable of doing things. And your skills, when you are working on your skills, you just, if you were just a task maker earlier, by improving your skills, you will excel in that one. So from a person who is just assigned to some work, they can grow to a person who can design a work for others. So this is the more you concentrate on your personality, the more you will find yourself capable and eligible of doing different things, and develop a impressive personality. What is impressive personality? Like people start identifying you for your greatest positive sides. So if I remember so and so person ABC, I will remember that person for either their friendliness, maybe for their creativity, maybe for their the way they talk with others, the way they make others to comfort, bring them for a comfort zone, the way
Yeah, ma'am, you can start now.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Okay, so where does this development has started? Is it like earlier also people had these trainers, people had these all these platforms where they were saying that okay, you have concentrate on this, or do we have any other books or not? No, personality development was always a natural process. People started working on their personalities. Initially, it was based upon their needs. You can see as in the picture here that human in the as the part and process of their evolution, first they were just struggling for their needs, how to get food, how to get water, how to get protected from fire, rain, and other things. But slowly, as they started getting them, they did not stop there. They were not happy, or they were not contented just by getting the food and water. They wanted something more. They tried for fire. They started cooking. They started building houses. Then they started traveling. They wanted to travel. They wanted to move from place to place. They found the wheel. They started traveling. They started exploring. They started setting up their families and other things. Started moving from a good place to a better place. And then they were not even satisfied there also. They still started working on their clothing. Then came their skill set. What were their daily course? They started working on it and started excelling on that one. Now earlier, the people who just used leaves or something to cover their body, they started weaving. And weaving of different colors, of different varieties. So that is how increase right from your basic safety we find that okay, fire can be extinguished using water. How did we understand this science? Before someone has taught us this lessons of combustion or something, fire can be etc. How did we know? Because we found it out of our need to find a safety measure. Then we started making groups. When once we feel that we are happy, then we start looking for people who are also feeling the same. Or if we are sad, we also look for the same, that who is the person who is going to understand this emotion. So emotional bonding made people to make into groups, friends, families. Then once the family comes, now you want your legacy to continue. You want to get some identity in the group of people. You just want, as I told now, when you have to stand above the group. So what are the things that will make you stand above the group? Then people started working on their self-esteem things, trying to get a identity, trying to get some recognition, trying to get some leadership things, trying to work from something new, being innovators, discoverers, etc. And then came that when once you are happy with everything that you are supposed to achieve in your one life, then what? Then think about what you can do for others. Ice we can enjoy the taste of ice cream only when before it melts, right? So where ice cream teaches you to enjoy your life and the same way candle teaches you to help others even when you are dying. So these are two different things. So candle, when it just melts itself, candle also melts, but the more it melts, the more it loses its shape, its existence, but it throws light, it removes darkness. So we as human beings should definitely learn something from ice cream, but yet we have to try to learn something from the candle also. This is how personality has developed for us over years. Now, how does this develop? It is from the family and system. You might be seeing that right from the childhood, parents teach them, okay, you don't beat, no, don't shout like that, don't beat that person, behave properly, no, don't hit someone with your legs, don't hit like that. So they teach us, they start our lessons of personality development start with empathizing with others. Right? Children, we tell children, don't beat, it will pain them. Don't shout, it will hurt them. No, don't talk like that. Please be polite with them. That is how we teach them communication skills and also empathy. Those are the first lessons of a human life regarding personality development. Communication. Co-students or the people, your neighbors, your relatives, your extended family members. You observe everyone. You try to see and you just learn something or other from the interaction and your environmental influence. People at some parts of our country, if you can observe that they are in a very comfortable areas. They have rains in the proper time. They have their own fields. They get all the production right in the right way. They have good government policies. They have good leaders. So their life is somehow secured. You can see that they are good in arts. They flourish in arts. They do different things. Whereas we have, on the other hand, in the same country where places they observe continuous droughts. Sometimes it's floods, sometimes it's droughts, sometimes it's a earthquake. Every time they build something, again a natural disaster, a natural calamity will break up whatever they have built by that time. So understand that people living over there, they would have learned this resilience, like fighting back in every bad situation. So who taught them? The environment itself has taught them. The nature has taught them to be so resilient. You can see people living in the tribal areas, they work for long miles to reach to one particular place. They live in, you can see people living in the agency areas, in the tribal places of our own districts of Vizag and other places, you can say, you can just imagine if they live very much inside in the forest somewhere. They just set up some 20 families, 30 families, set up their huts and live in inside the forest. For every small and big thing, if they want to, they have to walk long miles, then get a then just cross a river using a boat or something, then again go long miles, then get onto the main road, then get onto some or other vehicle, then go to the nearby city and something, and then get from there. Now imagine lots of patience they display until they reach the point where they have to reach and get their product. Now we who are living in cities, we can just sometimes we don't even prefer to go to the nearby store. We just take an online app, and we just want to get it to our doorstep. Right? Imagine if we get shuffled. Right, we go to the tribal areas and we have to walk long miles, kilometers to get one smallest thing, and they getting into this place and getting everything over a tap on your mobile phone. So who will be more happy? So maybe person, how do of knowledge will always help us to develop our personality. You can see that if you have known this famous actor ANR called Akkineni Nageshwar Rao of he never got a mainstream education. He never went to school and got the mainstream education, but yet he was known for his knowledge. He could speak very fine English among all those actors of his era, because he learned it. He learned it out of interest. Maybe he was not into any formal education, but at his interaction with people, his love for reading books, his love for learning new languages, new things. He used to talk a very good philosophy about the personality development. He used to guide many other people. In the same way, there are a lot of people but yet they are great scholars, because they have been adding something or other to their knowledge through other means, may not be going. Even Indian mythology, this is a wonderful, interesting thing. I found that Indian mythological, for someone to direct towards personality development, they say that you should have 4 things or focus on 4 things to improve your personality. One is Dhruti, the other is Drusti, the third one is Mati, and fourth one is Dakshyam. I repeat again, Dhruti, Drusti, Mati, and Dakshyam. Dhruti is something like commitment towards achieving something significant in life. When we ask some students, like, what do you want to become? This year, they say it's computer engineering. Next year, they say that I want to be an MBA graduate. Next year, they will say that I will be an actor. Next year, they will say something. No, they finally end up in something which an entrance into. Okay, it's good, and in one way, it's good that one can feel everything. Not yet clear about what to become or what they are interested in, or at least realizing that what thing that they can put their efforts completely. Once you are clear, once you find that yes, this is what I want to do, then you should be committed to that one, because a lot of hurdles. For some ways, the hurdles are small, but at trying to continue in that position becomes biggest challenge. For some things, the hurdles are very high, but once you cross them, trying to be in that position is very easy, and that can be balanced by every individual. So anyway, whatever it may come in the way, being committed is something very, very important. That is what the Dhruti, and next one is the Drusti. Yes, you have set your goal. I want to go there. I want to do this. I want to achieve this. I want to become this. That's great. But how do you do it? Do you have a clear, uninterrupted focus on it? Did you draw a route map? Are you stick to your vision without any disturbances? Because something other you may make you and achievable. or something that has more pros, something which you have found as has more cons? Have you are you shifting your vision? Are you, wherever you go, wherever you think, whatever you talk, but yet your vision is distinct? Are you like that? If not, then develop that. That's what this says. And third one is mati. Yes, you are committed to do something significant to your life. That's very great. Good. And you have your own vision. Yes, you want to do that. You know the roadmap. That's wonderful. Then is it enough? If I sit here and every day, if I think that I want to be the biggest influencer in this country, I want to be that one and only lady trainer that has the huge, the largest number of etc., like this, but I still sit in my chair and just think and dream of it every day. Is it enough? No. I should find out what should I learn every day, what should I better every day. I should know that what are the skills I have to acquire. I should know what are the trainings I have to acquire. I should know what are the academic and non-academic things I have to qualify that will make me a good trainer, right? So you should know, acquire that right knowledge is very, very important. Something sometimes is very easy, but later if you have to survive, you have to excel, then just getting into it is not enough. Like you have so many jobs that are just their basic eligibility is 10th class or intermediate. If you have some knowledge beyond that 10th class or intermediate, you can get that job, it is okay. All right, but what is the growth after that? Have you found the ways that there is a growth in that position? So if even if there is a growth, what you have to do? Are you at least focused about that growth? Getting entry into something maybe sometimes easy, but sustaining there, surviving there, or trying for it becomes very even if you have got into a job that has a minimum educational qualification, but there is always a growth plan there. You can just add your academic qualification, write internal exams, qualifying exams, and you can grow from a very, very normal position, very basic level to a supervisor or a managerial positions. Yes, that is possible. We are seeing that in many industries that is possible. So build your capacity, gain that eligibility, and that is what these beautiful four components as told by Indian mythological texts are doing. Yes, I am working on my personality development, or you are working on your personality development. How will I know? How will I know? How will I know that yes, you are being better person? So there are few things that we can observe. These are like observable things that someone is working on their development. That can be seen, that can be observed in their character. What is their character? What are the principles that they are started believing in? What is their value system? How did they make themselves non-judgmental, or how did they make themselves acceptable, open? That is how their character, in their characteristic traits, their development is visible. And in their attitude, you are working on your own personality development, on your personality, you are trying to make yourself better, but yet you see the whole world to be problematic, and every person is bad, everyone is non-supportive, everyone is complaining. In that case, you are not a positive person. So that is not a personality development. How is your view towards other things around you is what make attitude. How do you see yourself, and how do you see people, other people, systems, and other things around you is what positive attitude. So is your attitude shifting from negative to positive or not? That it can be that shift shows that your personality is developing in the right way and in the right sense. And your behavior, how do you treat others, your manners, how are your social skills, how is your behavior towards your own people? They say, there's a wonderful saying that how do you do a thing tells how do you do everything. That's a wonderful quote. I have seen that how do you do a thing, a particular thing tells that how do you do everything. So that the way just you came after your college, the way you place your books will tell you that how much do you respect your studies, right? It's very small, a very small thing that how do you respect your books will tell you how much do you find your academic knowledge qualification to be very significant in your life. Because if we find something very, very, very valuable, we just don't throw it somewhere on the sofa or on the couch or somewhere and just leave it like that until next day morning. If you find something very valuable, we just try to keep it in a safer place. We just think that nothing should happen to that very, very valuable resource, right? So that is how our behavior will tell you whether we are going the right direction or not. And then thoughts, what are your thoughts? How are you developing your thoughts? So thoughts are just so very entertaining and amusing things, because we may talk a lot, but what are you actually thinking about it? I'll tell you one wonderful example. If you can see the news or other things that are happening around the people who are in their greatest positions or the biggest positions are facing a lot of criticism for something, for a wrong comment, or for a disgracing comment on someone, or something. Right? They face a lot of backlash. I don't want to take names because that is not right to take someone's name, but we know them as very popular people. We know them as great influencers in the society, but yet they just one comment or one opinion on a particular set of people on a particular thing will just surprise people who are that, what do you think so low about them? Do you think that, is this what do you mean really? That will be our expression, right? So why could they give such a loose comment, or how could they just disgrade someone? It is because though someone is working on their own personality a lot, but they may not have developed that equal respect for other people, that appreciation, that acceptability to other people. So sometimes when some unexpected moment comes, their natural opinion about it just comes out, and then world will realize that okay, whatever they are shown as successful people, now their success is just limited to their own career. That's all. They are not a successful human being, but they are just a good successful businessman, or a employer or something like that. So what are we thinking is very, very important, because that shapes our character, that turns our behavior. That is what gives you the right trait for your personality. And the skills, so skills do the way that you deal things, the way you behave things, the way you have learned how to manage things will tell whether your personality is growing or not. Because your listening skills, your communication skills, and your emotional intelligence, lots of skills that you are working on something or other, we are working on something other. The more skilled we are, the more eligible excellence and patience that we develop, and that will be displayed in our character, in our behavior, that will tell us that we are a better person. And from where can we start? Now, every journey has somewhere a start point, right? So if we want to have a good personality, from where can we start? Earlier, the generations, a few years back, every generation used to have their grandparents or someone along with them. So these grandparents every day has the habit of storytelling to their grandchildren. Now, from where this storytelling starts? And storytelling starts with the moral values. It's like, once upon a time there was a king. Like, when the story starts like that, the story forwards, and at some point, the grandchild who is listening to the story understands that the king has some leadership qualities. He takes the responsibility of the people who are dependent on him. So how does he fight? How does he take the representation? How does some point he gets a dilemma, that what is right and what is wrong? Then from where does he find a resource to explore that what is right? From where does he draw his support system? What is, like, in some stories, they have a minister who will approach them and just give them a clue of problem solving. So critical thinking, problem solving, these are all included in the basic childhood stories. Okay, times have changed, and maybe everyone has not this great privilege of listening to the stories in their childhood and growing, but yet we have also developed different sources. We had these textbooks that are having good moral story. We have this moral science classes. We had this different competitions held in our school. Some other competitions are like, sometimes we had these functions, school functions, where every time there is a drama, there is an act that is happening, and we are trying to learn something from others. So if we want to learn, there is always a resource. There is always a resource. If you want to draw something, there is always a point where you can start fulfilling your thirst. So let us also, as a little grown-ups, now you people are all students, graduating students. So it's not like a small children that I narrate your story and I tell that, okay, what is the moral of the story? Now come on, what you have you learned out of this one? So as you are not those small children, I will just tell you from where can you start, practically where can you start towards your development, personality development. So you can start with setting your goals. Oh, SMART goals. I think every one of you would have already heard about this several number of times. So SMART goals. Goal is not just enough. You should have a specific goal. Should have a measurable goal. You should have an achievable goal. You should have a goal that that has a reason, that has a purpose, and that should be time bounded. Right? You should not just now sit. I sit here and I just think that I have to be the president of USA. So having a great positive thought is okay, but yet how is it possible? Can I having a goal is different, but is it just a desire or a goal? Is it just a desire, or is just a want or a goal? What differentiates is there a practical connecting route map between you and your goal or not? So if you have a proper, practically achievable connecting route map with all the milestones that you can check in between, that how far have you traveled and still how far you have to travel. If you can have these measurable things between you and your want or desire, then if you have this clarity, if you have this route map, then your desire or want is turned into a goal. If you don't find any such connecting things, then it is just a desire, it's just a want. I can just sleep and have a good dream that I am the president of USA. I can be happy in my dream, because I should have a proper route map. Right? Now I should have enough time, energy, all the opportunities, all the resources to become that one. What are the basic things that are needed for me to become a president of some other country? Do I have that one? So these are the questions that I have to put to draw my route map, and then I can decide whether that something is an achievable thing or not. So whenever you have the goals, have SMART goals. There is some courage needed. There is there should be something out of the way thinking yet, but there should at least be a possibility that you can just carve your own path. At least that possibility must be there. Okay? So set your SMART goals, and then try to draw the route map for that one. So whenever we say route map, what is it? Sitting here, can I know that what is the route map of Calcutta? Sitting here, can I say that where I have to take the right turn, where I have to take the left turn once I go on to the outer ring road, and to reach Calcutta, where I have to take the right turn, where I have to take the left turn? Can I have all this information sitting here in my room? No, route map is not like knowing each and every detail before you reach there. No, it's not like that. But at least I should have a plan, that what are the number of hours that will take me to Calcutta, what is my comfortable mode of transport, can I afford, what is my affordability, and how much time will it take, who will drive me, who will come along with me, what will I do after reaching Calcutta? What will I do? What is my motto? What is the purpose of reaching Calcutta? This is what, if I can just think and make a plan about, that is what basic route map. Otherwise, I just want to go to Calcutta. I have some money in my pocket and I just want to go to Calcutta. I went to Calcutta. After going to Calcutta, what to do? I don't know. Then again, return back to Hyderabad. That's all, because I don't know what to do in Calcutta. So that is not how things will work, right? There should be a purpose of what you are doing, and why you are doing, how you are doing. And when we do that one, identify your strengths, weaknesses. SWOT analysis is again the very, very, very good and at basic things of our analyzing skills about ourselves. SWOT, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. What are your strengths? What are your strengths? You may be very good, you may have very good stage presence. You may have very fast relations with people whom you don't know, but yet you can just approach someone and talk, have a conversation. You may learn faster. You may be that person who can just take a book, read, and understand what is the thing, what are the things in that one very clearly in the one go. You may be a person who has great listening skills. Someone talks to you, it's not just hearing, you are listening to them, understanding it, and you are able to synthesize your thought process. You may be someone like that. You may have good drawing skills. You may be having a good academic skills. You may be having good physical strength, and you may be a wonderful sports person. So what are your strengths? What are your strengths? At the same time, what are your weaknesses? Every strength has this shadow of weakness. Everyone. So we cannot say that I am only a strong person. I'll make my strength more stronger, that I can overcome the weaknesses. No. Things will not work like that. We all have to work on our strengths, definitely, to make us more stronger. But yet we have to work on overcoming our weaknesses also. So just focusing only on our strengths will not make us free from our weaknesses. So that is why we have to be very, very careful. See, let me just give a very regular example, that someone has a fear of flying in airplane, but they have excelled in swimming. So they have just got wonderful medals at district level, school level, college level, state level, and things. They have got a wonderful chance to participate in some Asian Games or Olympics or something, and they just don't want to fly because they fear for their because they fear for moving to new places. New places or completely new country or somewhere, or they fear for going alone without the assistance of some other person who have been assisting them all the way in the country and everywhere. If they have to go alone because of some reasons, someone cannot assist them. So these are like your weakness, your dependability, emotional dependency, and moral dependence, physical dependency on some other person. If what happens if they have excelled in their own thing, but yet they are not ready to travel to that place because of their fears, because of their dependency? Is it right? Then acquiring such a huge strength is not enough. So that is how we should know at least what are our weaknesses, and when we know the weaknesses, we have to find out what are the opportunities that we can overcome these weaknesses. What are the ways that I can overcome these weaknesses? And once we start working on overcoming our weaknesses, then we will realize a lot of other things that will come on our way, which will stop us from working on these weaknesses. So someone found that their health is not so good. No, they earlier they know that exercising every day will keep them healthy. They know that, but their weakness is that they cannot get early, or they cannot take time for their physical health. Okay, so that is what they found their weakness. Now they want to work on that weakness. They joined yoga classes, or they joined a gym or something. Now once they start, they wanted to work on that one. Okay, they kept the alarm, they want to get up early, but every day when they are getting up early, again they are finding themselves to fall asleep back. Or the time that allowed them in their busy schedule, the time they had to go to the gym is only in the early hours. Now early hours, when they started going there, when they started going in the darkness, some every day they might have faced some problem, that because of the darkness, because of the distance, because of something or other, our transport may be the problem. That is how we will again realize that some other hurdles coming in our way. But as we progress, as we start working on these hurdles, only then we will be able to understand that how can we excel in something. That is what the true personality development means. And just get an idea about your core skills and that you need to develop. What are your core skills? Because once you set your goals, it is very important about my core skills, because we see now a lot of people are very much fantasized with the corporate world. Everyone wants to get a corporate job. Just they are fascinated with those glass doors, AC rooms, a lot of good people talking in English, having clean long floors, free coffee, everything. So something they just fantasize everything, and then on site they see their friends or seniors going on site, getting pictures from the US or Canada or something. So they want to get into a corporate job only because they want to go to on site and enjoy the living in the living in foreign countries, and they just want to enjoy that. That's a good thing, very good. If you have set your goal regarding that one, that's a very good thing. But have you acquired the needed skills for it or not? Have you excelled in your core skills or not? Just having a dream to go to US will not make you a good software engineer. Your core skills, your ability. Now when you are in a company, when you are in a team, you will be competing with at least 10 to 15 members of 15 other team members who will be again aspiring the same, who may be dreaming about the same, who may be working on the same dream for more than for more years than you. Then how, or what is the possibility, what is the probability of you being picked for the same thing? Now what makes the difference there? Your knowledge about your core skills will make the difference. So when you are working on your core skills only, then that will make you an expert in your own field, and that makes you to be chosen among a crowd. And grab every opportunity to learn and enhance. A lot of students are just happy with the college they go, with the tuition center they go, or with the books they read. When someone suggests them that, why don't you do this also, this will help you, this will compensate you with this knowledge, or while being a student also take up the internship in the holidays or something, just work as a junior to some other professional, they say that, not now, let me see later, because I already have a lot of schedules and other things, I don't want to do it. So when there are a lot of people who don't grab the opportunity. Now imagine that you have your theoretical skills, and again you have the practical skills also, that makes your growth more faster. You can grow faster in double and triple times as compared to others. So learn every possible way. Grab every possible way to learn something. Let it be a temporary thing, let it be a long running thing, but take up the opportunity to learn something. So track your growth when you are going to, just don't go blindly because your friend has told that, or someone other is doing that one. Just observe, track your growth, because as we grow, as we move forward, then we realize a lot of things around us. Because sometimes we may encounter with some problems that are undesirable, unwanted, or maybe creating a hurdle in our own growth. Sometimes we may choose some things that will hurdle our own growth. So always have analyzed, think about the good and bad things, repercussions, reflections on whatever we do and whatever we think. Reviewing and revising is something very important. You would have seen the stories of all these kings and others, where everyone has a secret agent group that will every king has his team of members who will make the team to go among people in a disguised form, and just trying to know that what is their feedback about the style of ruling of this king. That will make the king to understand what is the pulse of his people in his kingdom. According to that, he can better himself, the way, the policies that he take, or the grants that he is giving, the way he is treating people. Maybe one section of people are very satisfactory, whereas other section of people may be finding it difficult. Maybe for some section of people, the king is not accessible at all. Then how will the king know about the people in his kingdom? So this reviewing and revising the plans, having an evaluation process is right from early ages for us. Now even we see, for every small and big thing also, we take the feedback forms, right? Whatever we buy, they just ask you to write back our feedback. Right? Even the smallest thing, that you have ordered a pizza, the person has delivered you immediately, you are asked to give the feedback about your experience, right? So why does an app that is doing already a business in a crores turnover is yet want to know the feedback from the customer? Because that's a beautiful thing, right? You may repeat your order or not, you may not, you may repeat your order, you may not repeat your order, you may be using the same app, or you may not be using the same, but yet for every delivery, everything, they just want to know that how do you feel. So that is what taking the feedback, review. If something went wrong, they should know that what has went wrong, what has gone wrong, and they have to work on it. That is how every person, every organization, every company does work continuously on improvement. So same way, we are also a system on ourselves. Let us review and revise. What was I 1 year back? What was I 5 years back? How did I think about people 5 years back? How did I receive my friends or my elders 5 years back? How did I treat my professors? How did I treat my academicians 5 years back? What am I doing now? What is my way of treating them now? This is how we should always analyze ourselves. Then the factors that will help the development are, the things that we can start working on, changing or trying to do better. First one, thoughts. Thoughts are very important, because what do you think is what you act, and what you act is what is your structure, your personality, and that is what you are. Your actions are what you are. So what you think is what you speak is what you act. So that is the reason thoughts are very, very primary thing that we have to work on. So what are you reading? Whom are you fantasizing? Very recently, I had happened to see this Bollywood movie called Urta Banjaba. So in that, the protagonist a great popular rap music. He's a singer. He's a singer, but he has this habit of taking drugs. Now, once happened that he has to spend time in a police station overnight, and there he meets very young fans of him, and they are so very big admirers of this person, that they see him and they say that after seeing you, we started making some new songs, we started singing, we started making new songs, and that conversation continues, and they say that after seeing you, we also started taking drugs, because we thought that taking drugs will bring good art in you, great art in you. So then he realizes that, okay, these people fantasize me. It's not only because of the great music I give. Now my personal behavior is also being admired. So unless I am correct, I cannot be a good role model to others. So whom are you role modeling? Whom are you fantasizing? It's not only their art or their work we will see. Several times we also try to grab some some communication things from them. So be very, very careful about the people whom you are fantasizing. And our habits are very small. Habits are very small, but they define you. They define you. So what are you? What is your habit of about reading, watching, about reaching a place, about what are the actions that you repeat? What are the actions that you repeat? So habits are nothing but the actions that we repeat, because the more we repeat, then it becomes a constant action in our lifestyle, and that is nothing but a habit. So do you have a habit of rescheduling your works again and again? Whenever you think that, okay, I'll come here, or you have promised someone that I will do this, but you are not doing it, again you are asking them for more time, or you are asking them for another chance, you are asking them for telling them that I will do next time. So are you repeating this again and again? Then that becomes your habit. Then what happens? People lose a trust on you, even though they assign a task for you, and they will have their own plan B, thinking that you will not be fulfilling this responsibility. That is how our habits will shape us, and that is how they will also create a social and interpersonal image of ours among others. And our behavior, how do we talk, how do we act, how do we react? Now the biggest platform that everyone tries to show all their intellectual abilities is like social media. Everyone may agree this one. Whatever happens, news or something, what you agree, what you don't agree, for what you want to condemn, what you want to say that yes, this I will not accept at all this, where are we showing? Just on our social media. Very recently there was a study in psychology that this spotlight syndrome is what people have found. And I, as being a psychologist, we also get several times a few cases where people are very much worried or drawn into depression. Sometimes students, young children, are drawn into depression only because they find that they are not being given value by their peers and people surrounding them. So when we ask them that way, how do you get a clue that you are not being valued? They say that I have uploaded my pic in Instagram. I have 3,000 followers, but yet it is more than 24 hours and I did not get even 1,000 likes. That is what they're complaining. So they say that I am not being valued anymore. I'm not being liked by people because I have 3,000 followers and I don't have 1,000 likes on my picture. Either I'm not looking good, I have become fat, or I did not wear the right dress, or my camera angle is not good, or something, etc., etc., etc. They find n number of reasons to just come to the conclusion that they are not being loved or they are not being valued. So how do you react when someone is in this situation and come up with this problem? Being a psychologist, I should not laugh, or I should not say that, okay, this is such a stupid thing that you are messing up your life, but yet I have to understand, empathize their thing, and I have to somehow help them and give my support system that they come out of this feeling. But yet I am telling that what are you interpreting things around you is what helps you to be a better person. Something which is it really significant? Is it not significant? Is it yet significant? But do you want to react or it or not? Do you want to react at, but do you want to take it personally on your emotional thing or not? Is again every time a choice. Is every time a choice. And how the way you want to be treated by yourself, by others. Are you treating the same to others? There is a wonderful line in the Bible. This says that don't do that to others which you don't want to happen to you. This is a wonderful life principle I have ever heard. Don't do that to others which you don't want to do. That's all. That's it. That's it. So what is your right behavior will be defined just by this one sentence. If you feel that someone talking to you, someone treating you this way is bad, then don't do that to others. That's all. That's the biggest, that's the right way to judge whether your behavior is right or not. And decisions. Yes, decisions, the way people take decisions will again bring up a lot of things among them. Like what are the factors that they are considering for decision making? Are they thinking only about themselves? Do they have a clarity about my decision? How will it affect all the other interdependent things or even my own thing? The decision which I am taking, is it a momentary emotional action or is it a solution for some other problem? What is happening? What way I'm taking my decisions? Every small or big decision will have some or other effect. Sometimes short-term effect, sometimes long-term effect. So before taking the decision, how much did you think? There's a wonderful saying of Vivekananda. He says that intelligent people think and take decision, whereas people who don't have good brains will take decision and then think. Right? So that is how, if you want to be wise, if you want to be wise, think, the more you can analyze and then come to the decision. But if you just take the decision and then think that, oh, I have done this and what are happening, it's not a wiser form of yours. And people with whom are you spending time with? We all know this quote. Tell me your 5 friends and I'll tell you what you are. The people whom we are spending time with, we definitely inculcate a lot of things with this common time spent. It doesn't mean that again friendship is all about again picking up only few people, thinking that yes, they are with our equal financial status, they are having our equal pace of dreams, or they are having these equal things, they are up to our level or not. No, that doesn't mean that with whom you are spending time will make you a better person. It's not like that. As again I told you that every person is unique, but what are we learning, what are we inculcating, what are we imbibing with this common time spent? Is it helping you to build yourself as a better person, or is it increasing your list of weaknesses? That's all is what we have to think about. Very simple, very simple. Just think that being with this person, am I developing some habits or behaviors, or adding on more items into my list of weaknesses, or spending time with this person is helping me to be more balanced, to be more emotionally what we say, satisfied, contented, Am I developing more hope about my life? Am I developing a positive attitude? Am I developing this acceptance, adaptability? What am I imbibing is what will tell you. You are your own judges. No one can tell you that spend time with these people. Now, I think that Sachin Tendulkar is a wonderful man. So even if I want, I cannot be good friend of his daughter. Right? There is no, we cannot select like this is the right person or perfect person. So let me go and spend time every day with them so that I can be a better person. It's not like that. So but have different kinds of people around you, but yet what are you learning from each other? When you know that some other person is going in a wrong way, it is better that you dissociate with this person and then go for a good person or a good better person, because you will definitely exchange a few things, whether they will take up something from you or not, but it is definite that you will take up something from them. And the last one is environment. So what are cultural, social, and religious influences on you? Sorry, it's written in you. uh, Cultural, social, and religious influences on you. Yes, the we are a country who has a lot of inclusion of spirituality and religious things into our every small and big task of our life. If not being a religious believer, at least spirituality is something that is imbibed in us right from our childhood. So we are not free from these forms of idealism, or from these forms of beliefs, core beliefs about some cultures, about some things to do that will give you at least a sentiment that this is good for us, or doing some things that again your sentiment will tell that it's wrong. So it's again up to them, up to every individual whether you will follow it or not. It is completely an individual's decision whether to follow, believe this or not. It's a completely a personal thing. Why I'm stressing this? Because when I say that it's a personal thing, it is the same for others also. It is the same for others also. So we should be we will be happy and we'll be towards a right development when we can appreciate each other's beliefs about again constructing yourself towards the positive positive side. If something then we can just have a collaborative learning, collaborative existence with lot of other things. So what are the significant things? And now there is something which is important, there is something which is significant. Now whatever I told you, like now thoughts, behaviors are like important, the must things. At the same time, significant is something where you realize the importance of it over a long period of time. Now these may not give you immediate results, but yet you have to stick on this and work on this so that that can make you better or over a long period of time. So what are those things? First one is utilizing time. Time is money, everyone tells. Time is something that doesn't come back, everyone knows. Right from our childhood, we have been listening that if you lose 1 crore, you will get back. But if you lose 1 minute, you will never get back. Right? We have been hearing this a lot. But tell me, how many hours can you even give a count that you sat in your sofa and just you scroll your mobile, first to Facebook, then Instagram, then Twitter, and then again back to Facebook, then again to Instagram, then again to Twitter, again back to CC. How many rounds you have done and how many hours that we have spent like this without even knowing what to watch and what to read in our own mobile. Then comes to TV, there are several number of channels that are there. Now to select what to watch also, it will take a minimum of 30 minutes nowadays. In my childhood, there was like only one channel, that is Doordarshan. Now when they give regional language, we will see. When they give non-regional language, if you know Hindi, you will see. Otherwise, you will switch off your TV. That's all. There are no other options. Like there is no problem of like fighting for the remote and do other things. No, only one option. That's all. Whether you understand, whether you don't understand, when you appreciate or don't appreciate, also the only thing what is served to you should be enjoyed by you. But we have now a lot of options. When you have a lot of options, options are created so that we choose a better option. But as a repercussion, we are seeing that to choose the right option, we are again spending a lot of time. See the thing behind this. Try to see the thing behind this. A lot of options are created so that people do save time and just go to the right option that is appropriate to them. But what is happening in reality is like we are again spending a lot of time just to choose what is the right thing for us. So so this is what happening, though this is something which we cannot what we say avoid, or we cannot just delete and erase all the system. It cannot happen, but yet we should always think that what is the time that we have. Let us not rush to the last moment, because your excellence will decrease. Please mark my words that we may be 11th hour wonders, we may be creative people, we may be those people who, there are a lot of people, as a psychologist I can tell you, there are a lot of people who do wonderful things or great ideas in the last moment. That 11th hour things are really magical for them. But does it mean that they always wait for the 11th hour? Because excellence, the way you excel, the way you present something will definitely be in a lesser grade when you are not planning things and when you are not taking enough time for that to nurture, right? So you should give enough time for everything. We are giving enough time even for an egg to boil properly, right? So even because you are rushing up, you just can't you just say that I have only half second, now come on, boil. Doesn't happen. Everything should be given the right time to process. So when you give that right time, things come beautifully well. So get rid of negative thoughts. Be positive attitude, positive affirmations. I don't know how many of you have heard about this law of attraction. I think something is being discussed a lot nowadays. It's like positive affirmations. Like you think positively that something good will happen. Now, not something, like you should have a clarity of what to happen to you, and just live in that moment every day, at least for some time, and the whole world conspires to make it happen to you. If you have if you have read this beautiful book called The Alchemist, you will start believing that yes, having positive beliefs will definitely make things happy. Imagine everyone. Now you take any one person that we have seen in the inspirers in my first slide. Take any one person while they were struggling, while they were going through the process. Every day they would have definitely once or twice or even 100 times they would have thought, dreamt, and lived in the moment of what they actually want to achieve. To take the example of Malala, if she was fighting for the rights of girl education, at least every day she would have at least spent few minutes imagining, dreaming about girls going to schools, reading, getting good knowledge, and having an individual identity, meaningful identity. Wouldn't she do that every day? And so that helped her to reach to her goal. So just don't think negative things. Be positive. If you don't believe in God also, you might be, everyone believes that this human body itself is a good energy packed system, right? It has a wonderful energy in it. Now what you feed is what that energy takes its form. You feed it positive things, the energy will work positively. If you feed negative things, it will work in a negative way. That's all. Simple. And next one, communication is the key. Communication, I will talk about this in the soft skills session, and communication is very important. Very important, because for any kind of soft skill or any kind of, you may be very strong in your hard skills, but yet if your communication is not good, you will not have the people getting back to you, or you will not get whatever I said, feedback not properly. Communication, you may have so many things in your mind, but you have to express it in the right way, with the right form, using the right tools. That is very important. Let it be by verbal, let it be by written, let it be by any other forms, let it be by your body, any other things. Nowadays, even a small and big thing also, how do you present it is very important. How do you present it? You may have a vegetable seller at the end of your street. What you will call them? A vegetable seller. He will just have some cover or a big thing, basket, keep all the vegetables over there and sell and go away. But the same vegetables and groceries are sold by some other person who has an organized things, who presents everything in a proper packing, in a proper thing, and he will give you to your doorstep. And that is something a company called bigbasket.com, and it is a corporate company with lots of turnover in crores. What is the difference here? The way how did they sell their product, how did they present their product, how did they reach their customers is what made the difference. Now here the vegetable vendor at your end of the street, they don't aspire that you go every day buy only from them or something. They don't think that. They just are limited to whatever I have brought today. Did I sell this or not? Am I going with the empty basket, or I am just going with leftover vegetables or not? They are just concentrating only on that thing. But when you have a structured and organized thing, you want your customers back, you want people to come back, you want people to talk about it, you want people to get invest in you want people to spend in you, trust in you. So that is why they are again concerned about lot of things, that how do they present their product, what do they talk about their products, how do they sell their products, what do they evaluate about their systems and other things. That makes the company into something having crores. We have n number of examples for every section of this. And next one, hard work is more powerful than talent. So we may have n number of talents around us. There are a lot of people, and every person has some or other talent. We have to market that every person has some or other talent. There is not a single person on this world who is with zero talent. Everyone has some or other talent. But why is not everyone succeeding? Because they are not working towards their talent, or they may not be using their talent along with developing their hard skills and also their soft skills to excel using that talent. They may not be using that talent. They may be using their talent only to attract people. That is a momentary and temporary thing, and they may not be working on it for a long time. So hard work is never a replacement. And we have Sachin Tendulkar as the best example. He is the most talented batsman. He is the god of cricket, but yet he practices every day. He practices every day. What if he stops practicing? All his talent is on pain, and we need not take names. We have several number of other people who also displayed a great talent in 1 or 2 matches, but they could not survive as long as all these great players like Dhoni or Sachin Tendulkar. Now we are seeing other people also standing for long run, because their hard work is making them to stand. That is what I told you, that getting into something maybe sometimes easy, but standing over there and continuing there, excelling there is a real big task. But their hard work will help them to do this task, to accomplish this task. And practice for perfection. Excel. If you are doing good, it's not enough. Doing good is not enough. Be better, be best. And take up the criticism. You have to take up the criticism. Take it criticism, because when you take up the criticism, you will start thinking rationally. So what better I can do? What are the other alternatives? What are the other things? Is always important. But I will definitely suggest you to take up constructive criticism. What is constructive criticism? Something ideas or some betterment, something alternatives that people suggest us that will help us to increase our aim, or increase our wish, increase our desire, increase our capability to do the same thing in a more efficient way is a constructive criticism. Whereas destructive criticism is something which will, those comments or those solutions will make you stop doing that one. Then don't take that kind of criticism at all. Whatever the people give the criticism, we should help you to increase your efforts in doing the same thing. If someone is asking you to stop doing that, then no, don't take up that criticism at all. Whereas value, respect people around you, have good social skills, and learn from your failures. That is very, very, very important, because we human beings, you as youngsters have all the freedom to do new mistakes. You are having all the freedom to do a new mistake, every new mistake every day. So why to repeat the old mistakes again, doing things again and again and facing a failure things? Doesn't mean that you keep on doing mistakes, but everything you learn doing something. When once first time when we do something, it's just a mistake. But if you know that it is doing wrong and it will achieve you wrong results, but yet if you are repeating, then that's a sin. That's a sin. You know that this will end you up in something wrong deeds or wrong results, at you are repeating, then that's a sin. That is no more a mistake. So don't repeat your mistakes. From every mistake, from every failure, try to learn something that we can do something better. So you can also significant things that you can focus on is your financial management. Right from the childhood, you should always be able to think about your finances management, because when you succeed, sometimes when you get all the things that you aspire for, then you don't know how to handle it. So always you should know that when you get the things what you aspire for, how to handle it, then what is the other way to go. From there, what is the other way to go? It's never one single goal. Goals are always continuous at different levels. So once you achieve one goal, then you acquire something. Then from there, what you have to do now, that becomes your investment for your next goal. So you should always think from an employee to an employer level. If you're thinking, then that is the true personality development. Because as I told you, being an employee will fulfill your needs, but being an employer will fulfill your self-actualization needs. So you are helping for others to grow. And health is wealth, as everyone knows. Work-life balance, because health can never come back. If we are losing our health, until and unless we are strong, ready, only then we can take up different roles and responsibilities. You have so many ideas in your brain, but you cannot move an inch, or you get tired for every 2 hours. You want to take rest, then whatever may be your talent, if your physical health doesn't support it, all your ideas and thoughts will become the investment or hypothesis for some other person to excel. So that will be helping others to grow, but not you to grow. So always be fit and healthy. Change management, and we will talk about all these things in our soft skills. Read good things, read good books, develop your confidence, as increase, work on your capabilities, work on your be eligible. Don't just desire, become deservable. Something, don't just desire for something, you become the deservable candidate for that. So that is how we have to work on eligibility criteria and capabilities. And sincerity, ethics is something we have to take a conscious, deliberate choice. So ethics, be sincere, be reliable, and observe carefully. And please do avoid, when you once understand what makes you angry, what makes you feel sad, what makes you depressed, and try to avoid them. Don't again go there, because avoiding a lot of nonsense will help us to grab a lot of energy within us. So deviate your concentration, and come and be away from all those that will deviate you from your concentration, your commitment, and don't encourage procrastination, because as I told you, that may become your habit to procrastinate. No, don't do it. And interest that will kill your time. So always we will have several interests. Some interests may not you achieve, may not give you anything back, but if they kill your time, as we told, time management is very important. So don't go towards those interests and that habits that disturb your health. Maybe that is junk food, smoking, alcoholism, drug addiction, or even talking a lot of gossiping, of meaningless gossiping, or trying to spread a lot of negativity or useless things over social media, having debates with other people who are no way getting convinced by your thought. So all these are some habits which disturb your physical and mental health also. And words that hurt or disrespect others, this is very important, because of the huge exposure of global languages, global things. We are exchanging a lot of cultures, we are exchanging a lot of linguistic things, linguistic notes among other people. So now it has become, we are in a stage where where using some what we say inappropriate words has become a style statement. So people started thinking like using some words is like just a way of expression, or it's like a style statement. They use that word, but they say that I don't mean actually about this. It's just like I told like that. But please see that if you want to shape up your personality, if you believe that communication skills are very important, if you believe that words are more powerful, if you believe that words can make a person, word can break a person, if you believe all these things, then please stop using the words that hurt others or have a wrong sense. You have beautiful languages, you have so many beautiful words that you can replace them, that can make others happy, that can make yourself happy, rather than you putting yourself into a situation where you have to give an explanation of why you use that and what did you mean by that one. So replace your fears with efforts. Replace your incompetencies with the skills. Learn new skills. Every skill that you learn will make you reinvent. You will be again energized. You will be happy that you have learned some skill. Imagine when you have learned how to ride a bicycle in your childhood, how happy you were. And when you learned driving a car, so you'll be more happy, right? Because you found that your skill has been enhanced from a two-wheeler to a four-wheeler, and also made it yourself more independent, right? So you need not stick for only that like I can't go so very far on cycle, but you can go any far using a car. That will make you more a little more independent. So increase your skills, and if you have confusion, replace them with the clarity of thoughts. Avoid confusions. Replace your wants with the needs. Unless you feel something is very needful, you will not do that one. So if you want, I want to become a successful person, no, I have to become a successful person, is what tells whether you want to, or you desire, or you just aim for. That makes the difference. Desires with the deserving qualities, as I told you, be deservable, not just desirable. And dreams with goals. Replace your dreams with goals. How can you do? Having a clarity in thoughts about how to reach over there. And don't just have vague ideas. Just this can be done this way also, this can be done that way also, he can do this also, I think he will do that one. No, don't give ways for all these vague ideas. Have proper plans, perfect plans, because even when we plan, there are sometimes things happening which we don't expect. So then you should again have plan B. So for a plan A, you should also have plan B. Then even without having plan A also, if you start doing something, then it's ridiculous. So replace your past with presence. So there are a lot of people thinking that if I would have got educated in a better school, if I would have born in such a good family, if my father would have been this thing, this is like very common thing. If my father would have been Birbal, I would have been Akbar. So this is not a right logic, right? You tell me what from where did you start, and how you can be a better person, right, from the others. We see as a life skill trainers, and we see as a psychologist, as teacher also, a lot of people having a lot of complaints about the family they are born, their financial system, the resources, where they have got their schooling, their education and everything. But tell me, is that everyone who has started with had a better start, did they end up at their best places? And also tell me whether people who had a very bad start, did they end up in bad situations or worse situations? There is never like that. It's all about how do you take up every other step. The next step will define you whether you are towards betterment or not. So if you had a painful past, you had a unsupportive past, then having a start there is not your mistake, but where are you ending up is definitely your efforts. Replace your past with your present, and complaints with gratitude. Be thankful. I will tell you a small story here. There was a guru, and he had three favorite his sishyas. Now all these three sishyas were fighting one day among themselves, that I am the favorite to my guru, I am the favorite to my guru. So when the guru called and like, what are you fighting for? They told that we want to know today that who is your favorite, sir, because we three love you, and I am saying that I love you more, and the other says that I love you more, and the third one also says no, I love you more. So you have to tell now who is your favorite disciple. Then the guru said that, okay, if I am your favorite guru, now tell me what you have learned something. Tell me, I'll just put you a test, and you tell me that what do you think is the most valuable thing around you now, right now. So what is the most valuable thing that he said? Then the first one said that then the other person came up with something like he had a very good gift that he has brought from his mother. He told that this is something which is given to my mother. So I feel that when you respect something, then you would love to sacrifice. So I will show that you are valuable to me by giving something, by sacrificing something which I love most to you. That is how I can express that I love you more or I respect you more. Then the third person said that, sir, I am, for me, according to me, the most valuable thing is like my life. My life. So I think that being alive is the most valuable thing, the thing that we can be thankful, because I have known about God because I am alive, and I have known you because I am alive. That because I am alive, I have was a process, and I have come to you, and only because coming to you I have learned lot of things. I have known about God, I have known about life, I have known about lot of skills, I have got this much of knowledge. This is all because I came to you. And how could I come to you? Only because how could this process completed? Because I am alive, I am able to breathe every day. So life is more important. Now a small doubt came in the mind of Guru, thought like, okay, he's telling life is more important. Now will he say that I am ready to die for you? But he was a little scared, and then the student said that my life is more important to you, but yet I will not give it to you, sir, because for any person, being alive is the biggest boon that someone can give. So using this life, how do I value you? I will spread your preachings, I'll spread your teachings. I would imbibe the things that you have taught me throughout my life by utilizing every minute of my life, by living what you have taught me. That is what he told to the Guru. Then obviously the Guru has told that he is my favorite student, because it's not like giving away something to other person and you show your love. It's not like just saying that I like you more. It's not enough. It's like you learn something, and be thankful for what you have learned. Be thankful for what you are alive. Be thankful for what you have. Is the gratitude is the biggest thing, and gratitude is the favorite lesson that he has learned from me, and that is why he is my favorite student also. So that is why he told that this is my favorite student. So, dear friends, I say that personality development, as I told you, no one is perfect, and there is no perfect mold or perfect definition of personality development. But we can be a better person every day, and we can develop our skills. We can be a leader, we can be influential, we can be visionary. When we work on all the things that what I have told you, that will make you not just personality development, that will empower you. So you will reach from a place to from personality development to personal empowerment. When you are empowered, you will have leadership, you will be influential person, you will be a visionary person, you will be an effective person, and one day you will be that inspiring person to some other person. So the first slide, which has a few photos, if you are developing these things, then there will be definitely again a group of people who will get inspired by your personality. It's not by your face or your smile or your clothes or your wealth or something. Again, you can attract a lot of people, you can inspire a lot of people by the way you live, by the way you develop your personality. So you can also be an inspiration to some other. And I wish each and everyone who is listening to this, who has been a part of today's session, and who will be watching this in the future, I wish you also be in the list of inspirers of a group of people in the coming days. And that is my wish, and I strongly believe that you all will be able to do. So thank you very much, and thank you very much for giving me this time of precious time of yours in listening to me. And thank you very much. We will meet again with another wonderful discussion, and thank you.